Have you ever had sex in my bed?
No.
But in my house you did.
Definitely.
Hello, everyone. My name is Randy Ford. I use she, her, goddess as pronouns, and I will be your interviewer and director today.
Hi, my name is Ivana. My pronouns are she, her.
I am Leslie. My pronouns are her and she, and Ivana is my daughter.
My name is Elle Jennings. I use she, her pronouns.
And I'm Barry. My pronouns are he, him.
My name is Zora. I use she, her pronouns. I identify as a gender non-conforming femme.
My name is Nandi, they, them.
What are you sipping on?
A cheap hotel wine.
I'm just gonna have just some little sips because I am on the keto diet. I still gotta have my libations though. So yes, I'm ready to have fun.
Let's do a little cheers.
Clean.
Cling, chin, chin. Ivy, the first question to your mom is,
When did you first notice that I may not be cisgender?
I would say around your senior year of high school.
Somewhere between 6 and 8. Definitely knew, and we're pretty cool with it.
When you were 4, you wanted to wear a skirt to school, so I let you. It was so cute.
Oh my God.
Yeah, my mom wears a skirt. So I said, okay.
Was I supportive during your transition? And am I now?
So yeah, because before I knew I was trans, I had to come out as gay. And when I came out, I originally came out to my mother with not a very positive response. I should have come to you first, but you were extremely supportive, and I'll always be appreciative of that. And I always love that about you.
Leslie, you to Ivy.
Were you ever afraid to tell me about your queerness?
Oh, absolutely. I think that growing up in the South, especially, it was just very hard to admit it to myself, let alone admit it to my parents. What I was scared of was getting thrown out on the street. And I should have known that my parents would never do anything to harm me. But I've heard the horror stories and I didn't want something like that to happen. So I was definitely scared.
I have been a person in the past that has cared what people thought. That is growth that I needed to do, you know? And I honestly think it busted the doors wide open. I could give a shit what anybody thinks now. I really don't care.
Zach, what was the first thing that came to mind when I told you I was taking hormones?
You know me, I like to learn. What is it? What does it mean? Is it what you wanted? Because I know that getting your blood drawn or getting a shot is like trauma 909. It's just ridiculous.
I told you, and you were like, well, I'm just going to let you know right now, you're going to lose all of your muscle. That's what Mom said.
I did say
Yeah, you did. You're not going to be able to exercise.
that. I did. Oh my God, how embarrassing.
We all had to come from somewhere, right?
Yeah. Woo.
For folks who will be watching who don't know what you mean, when you take hormones, you're losing muscle mass. Physically, the strength is not the same. We ain't weak, but physically, we do have a different strength that we still have to even get used to.
Right.
Ivy, to your mother.
Do I have a good taste when it comes to dating? Who have you hated that I dated?
So I've only met one.
You could drink.
Drink? Are your pits sweating? Are your pits sweating?
Partners, or are you talking just dating?
However you see it fit. Sure.
I just feel like Zora need to leave the white people alone. They ain't nothing but trouble.
And the same to you.
Don't work that way. It don't work that way.
I only know of one. It felt like, and this may sound bad, just like you were dating your daddy. You were trying to be taken care of, and we were the same age, which was scary. Yeah, that was my feeling on the inside of my head.
Tell me about your last hookup. Was it good?
Oh, no. You see this right here?
Yeah.
Come on, Zora.
I'm not.
I will definitely drink on that one. Like details?
I don't need a lot of details.
I'll drink. You don't need to know the good stuff that happened that fateful day. Oh, Lord. What is the best sex advice you can give me?
I'll take a drink on that.
Have it with someone who you actually really like. You can have it with someone who's pretty or gives you a good time, but I think there's something about rolling over and talking a little bit when you're done. Far better than watching somebody's back walking out the room.
That's real. That speaks to me. Ouch. Because I ain't got that.
Is there anything about being a woman that you learned from me? Ooh, that's a good question.
You've taught me like so much strength, I feel like.
I'm glad that you equivocate strength with being a woman.
Especially with being a Black woman. Because this world would just try and chew you up and spit you out, and it's still trying, and you never let it, ever.
You've definitely taught me how to be a strong woman from a very young age. I always had you as like that pinnacle superwoman.
I feel like society doesn't have love for African American women. And I want you to have that strength to just deal with it head on and keep on moving through life.
Have you ever had violence directed at you because you're trans?
On the daily. Sometimes it's minor, sometimes it's major. Every trans woman knows the fear of some deep voiced man being like, oh, what is that? Like literally, you know, when you hear that, it's about to be some bullshit.
There was these Russian white women with their kids, and they tried to start saying shit, and like, I don't even know what that is. I'm blah, blah, blah. And so I walked up over to these bitches, and I took this napkin, and I blew my nose on it, and I slammed it on the table, and I said, I hope you choke on it, you fascist motherfuckers! And then I walked out.
Good for you.
Absolutely, Zora.
Dad, have you ever stood up for me when someone wasn't speaking well of me?
Yeah. It was more an opportunity where I asked questions. When you ask people questions and you get them to challenge their own assumptions, it turns out better, and I think they learn more.
I don't play about my children. So no one would ever even feel comfortable speaking about mine. So look crazy at me at Walmart. It's about to be a showdown. I'm telling you, it's going to be posted somewhere because I'm going to cut the mother. I promise you that.
Do you worry about my safety as a Black trans woman?
I always worry about violent, sick, psychotic assholes who try to take out their own insecurities on Black trans women. They're every fucking where.
When I see those things online, I'm like, that could have been my baby. That could have been my baby. Somebody could have pushed my baby down or every day. I worry every day, every single day.
It's important for people to see that it's not just the trans women that are affected by the violence and the hatred and the murders, it's their families and the people that are close to them. I know that I am like scared to death sometimes to walk outside, so I mean, I can't even imagine how you feel. Dad, are you happy or proud of my career choice?
Yeah, I am. It's impressive what you do.
What do you do, Elle?
I work for Ingersoll, which is a fully trans buy-in for organization. I'm also a part of the Black Trans Task Force, along with Randy, providing economic justice, healthcare access, community connections.
You're making a difference. And yeah, I'm really proud of that.
Ivy is an amazing writer, does video production. Yeah, she's amazing. I'm very proud of everything that Ivy does.
Zora's working longshore. I'm a longshoreman. It's a tough thing to break into. And I have to first give Zora her props because she is the first Black transgender person to come and work at the port. So I am super proud of her.
Ivy, how can I support you through this time?
Just always be in a position, in a headspace to have conversations, whether they are difficult or not. I feel that there's comfort to come out of discomfort, and we are a testament to that. I know that the raised experience is very different, but take into account those same questions that you ask my sisters, ask me. It really does help when you're proactive and when you're like, how's Elle doing?
I'm just now kind of getting back into the groove of working, and going back to work is the most stressful thing I've ever done in my life. Being misgendered every day.
All day.
Dealing with all of that on top of a job that's already incredibly difficult. Just please be patient with me, because this is taking a toll on every single thing in my life right now. What advice do you have for other parents of trans kids?
The number one thing you need to remember is this is still my child. I love my child, and my child's been operating at whatever percent, 10%. I want my child to be whole. And everything else is going to fall into place.
It's okay not to know things, and unless this is your second, third, or fourth trans child. You probably got something to learn. Just ask questions, get exposure to things.
I'm telling you that the strength that your child has to be who they are and to come to you with it is the biggest compliment you will ever have.
Hi, everyone. I am your director, Randy Ford, and I just want to leave you all with a little note that's really important and dear to me is to understand that all of these relationships are just examples and not the norm. Not every Black trans woman or Black trans person has this relationship dynamic with their parents. The lack of family is one of the leading causes to the violence that is happening. Make sure you donate to your local Black trans-led organizations. If there are none around you, find out why that is and get those resources out there, because I assure you there are Black trans people and trans people in general around you that you don't even know exist.